We are live. Oh my goodness, we're live. I have not dropped
Oh
a single
Lord.
frame. We're doing good.
Oh Lord.
Although they can hear us. The people, Crimson. Do you see all the people?
No,
Oh, drop
I
frames
see dead
detected. There we
people.
go. Now it's doing the things. It dropped 240 frames. Stupid internet.
Oh.
That's okay. We'll be alright. We'll be just fine. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Meet the Rebuttal for July 25th, 2016. I'm your host, Ed from Zero Plays Games, also known as Zero the Unwise, joined with my guest host, co-host, Crimson Rose from Crimson Rose Games.
Well, hello. Hello, hello.
How's everybody doing tonight? And there's nobody watching, so.
I'm doing quite well myself.
Really?
Well, I'm watching, so I'll answer. I'm doing quite well.
Hey, hippie lady, how's it going? Angry hippie lady's in the house.
Hello. What's up?
We are doing the things, and hippie, let me know if the audio's all messed up or if video starts skipping, because I'm getting a drop frame warning again. Meet the rebuttal. Any news questions, or any news that leaves questions, or what ifs? We're going to try to cover some of that tonight. Minus the rumors themselves, ourselves do not speculate on the news, but even as we're giving you guys the facts and the hard truths and the confirmed truths from the source, in our own heads, we always sit there and think, but what if? Well, the video is jumpy. I can't turn my bitrate nowhere. I need faster internet. But yeah, we've got questions, and we want to just air our grievances. Eventually, this will be a weekly show. I'm going to have rotating hosts and guest hosts and guest speakers, and we're going to be a little bit more open with our audience. First up on tonight's agenda, the first up on tonight's agenda is the Windows 10 Enterprise subscriptions monthly cost. Windows 10, we love it. I don't know. I've never used it, honestly. Crimson, are you
Yes.
are you using Windows 10?
I am running the Windows 10.
Do you love the Windows 10?
I don't hate it.
That is what everybody always
It's
tells
very
me. When I say, "Do you love Windows 10?" they go, "Well, I don't hate it."
it it's very different from Windows 8, which was what I was using, so
Windows 8. You was using Windows 8. It's very different. How is it different?
So with Windows 10, you've got just one screen. With Windows 8, you've got kind of this home screen and desktop screen that you can go back and forth between. Uh, it, which I like the Windows 8 setup, but it's very confusing for people that are not tech savvy.
All right.
So Windows 10 simplified it.
So Windows 10 simplified that. How do you like the app-based things? See, I still run Windows 7. So my Windows X more like a glorified XP still.
Right. It's okay, I guess. That drink must be real good.
It is. It is. I'm pouring myself. I'm not Neanderthaling tonight. I'm not going to drink directly out of an invisible 2-liter bottle. I'm pouring myself a drink into my Taco Bell cup because yes, I just ate tacos. Haha. Tacos rule. Anyway, earlier, a couple of weeks ago, early July, Microsoft announced that Windows 10 Enterprise Edition will have a $7 monthly subscription cost. Now, this is for Microsoft's cloud-based computing. It's what Windows 10 Enterprise is. It's basically a cloud server. $7 a month doesn't sound terrible. It's $7 per user or per. Yes, Pico Wubs, we could not find a third host, sadly. Anyway, yes, where was I? Oh, $7 per user per computer, or $84 a year if your enterprise is big enough. And people said, whoa, 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 wait. This operating system is supposed to be free. And Microsoft said, true. And all of you that have downloaded it will not incur any kind of a monthly subscription fee. ... ellipsis. Yet. What I'm wondering... Oh, no, Crimson. Your Skype video died. Skype video died on your end. No,
Why?
I can see it. What is going on with XSplit? Hang on, guys. I will get it back. What is going on here? I'm seeing rips. I'm seeing rips in the chat. No, I can see your webcam. What is going on here? It just... There we go. Wow, now you're all resized. Nope, did it again. Hang on here, guys. Let's get Crimson back. I want my co-host back. Crimson, come back.
Baby, come back.
You can take it on me. Crimson, come back. Just a second while I do some magic.
I'm repping the MTR swag shirt.
Bloop, bloop. Wow. So I'm sitting here talking about how awesome MTR is, or not MTR, Windows is, and Skype does this crap on me? Screw you, Skype. F you, Skype. Stop it, Skype. Hey, Skype. Skype. Stop. Skype.
There needs to be a competitor to Skype.
There really does. Almost like if Google had a thing. Bring Crim back. I tell you what, guys. I'm going to bring Crimson back. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to remove Crimson completely. And then I'm going to add him. I'm going to add him, though. I'm going to add him as a window capture. Screen capture. Capture from Pyaw to Pyaw. And then we'll put him right here, right next to me. Right next to my beautiful face. And then we'll put this thing back over him. Ooh, actually, we're gonna turn him down a little bit. Come bring you down a little bit. Bring you down my level. Get on my level. There we go. Look at that, guys. Crimson's back. Uvu. Yes. Yes, Crimson is back. Now the only thing I can't do is look at my docket for the night because it's a window capture.
Oh no.
That's okay. I'll just look it up on my phone. You see, I'm technologically prepared.
You don't have dual screen?
I do.
Rock that dual screen?
I do. I have the chat on one screen. And you on the other. I haven't been live in so long that I'm just nervous. Okay. So yes, Windows 10, Enterprise, Cloud Computing, monthly charge. This brings Windows 10 up to like Office 365 level, which is now a monthly charge for businesses as well. It's a monthly subscription. Right. Microsoft did say that there will be no charge to consumers that already have Windows 10 as of yet, which makes me go, what is this as of yet? Because today is July 25th. I have until July 29th. This Thursday, right, to download Windows 10. But you say, I'm not going to be charged for anything yet. That is not, as a consumer that is getting a free product, that is not okay with me. I mean, Crimson, what are you going to do after you can't go back to Windows 8, go down to Windows 7? What are you going to do when they go, yeah, about that free operating system? We need to enter your credit card number so we can charge you every month to use it still.
Well, that's the thing is, obviously, if they decide, hey, we're just going to flat out just start charging users, the uproar would be insane. and that would not end well for them. However, there are ways they could do that to where, oh, you can't use these particular aspects of Windows 10. I don't think they'll do it because they will find a way to get money because they have a quota probably of we need to make this much money, and they'll try to get that from other people, such as the businesses that they're going to charge for the whatnot. But I doubt that'll get put on us, but it might,
It might. Yes.
but to a partial.
Like, what do you? Microsoft just bought LinkedIn. Now, by the way, guys, this is not the Zero's Gonna Bash on Microsoft podcast show. I love Microsoft. Capital money sign and all. Micro money sign oft. I do really like Windows. I also have a Linux computer. Honestly, I like them both, but I'll take Windows simply for its ease of use. Where does Microsoft stop? They just bought LinkedIn. Do you think there's any possibility? Or when I was reading about the Microsoft LinkedIn purchase during the MTR podcast, and I was like, wait a minute here. Or was this the BRG podcast? I don't even remember. Enterprise users, but I wouldn't be surprised if an update package down the line was paid. I wouldn't be surprised if an update is packaged in another update or a security update, and every consumer on the planet ends up with it. Lins, not quite nerds. Windows 10 is good for that. It is good for that. That's the thing. Microsoft just acquired LinkedIn. Do you think that could become a monthly subscription service? I mean, you got LinkedIn, and then you've got to pay like a $3 monthly or a yearly subscription to be able to network with other professionals in your area?
Well, it just depends on how LinkedIn was getting their money. Um, ads are a big part of that, and I'm sure that they can figure out a way because at last case scenario, you want to charge the consumer. There's other ways you can get money if they're smart, but to do because once you start charging consumers, a competitor usually comes in with a free version. Free.
Right. There will be like a monster careers or something like that, where because Microsoft did buy LinkedIn, but LinkedIn was at a huge deficit. They were not making any money and stuff like that. But I see it as they purchased LinkedIn to look at professionals' profiles that was already there. Let's see, you got names, contact information, and people that they know on a professional level, as well as what they do, where they went to school. That's ad targeting. That is ad targeting, and that's what Microsoft and Google themselves are all about.
And you hit a thing on the head is Microsoft. One of Microsoft's biggest competitions is Google. And you ask, where do they stop when they can compete face to face with Google on all fronts?
Right. When Google releases an operating system that's more than Chrome OS, I think they'll be ready to go toe to toe with Microsoft. And I think Microsoft's gearing up for a war. Let me look at what's next on our docket for the night. Speaking of going toe-to-toe in warfare, I managed to segue on a live podcast with a face cam. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. You guys might have seen the trailer on YouTube. In fact, 35 million something people have seen the trailer on YouTube. And 3 million of them, almost 3.5 million of them, have disliked it. There's only, 150,000 likes on the video? Something like that. The number 2 most disliked video on YouTube behind, what was it?
Behind Baby by Justin Bieber, but nothing could top that.
Nothing can top Baby in dislikes. But, I'm sure the dislike to view ratio might be a little bit more in Baby's favor. I mean, 3 out of 34 million, that's 3 million out of 34 million. That's a lot of
Right.
dislikes. That is a lot. That's like 1/10 or 1/100th. Sorry, 1/100th. I math. Anyway, Infinity Ward, the creators of Call of Duty, they're housed underneath Activision. Where do they go from here, knowing that they're going to release this game in November? That people are saying, "Hey, this looks like a Star Wars ripoff. It's too futuristic. Your campaign sucks." Like, where do they go from here?
Well, it depends if people buy the game or not, because it's one thing for people to say, "I don't want this," but then buy the game, which happens way too often.
It really does. They are packaging a collector's edition version of this game with Advanced Warfare 4 or Modern Warfare 4 or Modern Warfare Remastered for
Right.
$119. And people are saying the only way I can get Modern Warfare Remastered is if I buy a paperweight for $80 along with it. I mean, you've seen the trailer, right, Crimson?
Right.
I've seen the trailer. What are your feelings towards this game? I think it's too futuristic, in my opinion.
I to use your term, it's very copy and paste. It's not there's nothing new. It's just the same old constantly with Call of Duty.
I think it's yeah. I think it's. I've been saying it for a while now that the new Call of Duty is just Call of Duty copy paste or insert placeholder name here, Call of Duty and placeholder name.
Right.
It is. It's retextured for the feel of it. It's just retextured this and retextured that every generation. But the technology in the game that they're using, laser pulse rifles, hovering spacecraft, jetpacks, grappling hooks, things like that, they don't exist in Warfare currently. It's not even like just around the corner in Warfare. Like, it's too futuristic in my opinion, and yeah.
Like like Halo does it right to where it's futuristic, but there's so many similarities to actual modern warfare, to the Spartan, to the Marine, to the type of guns they have are very reminiscent to what we have today. So there's a lot of similarities, and it's pretty easy to understand where this is just kind of like a just conglomeration of just throw things at the wall and none of them stuck, but let's go with it anyways.
Right. But I mean, games like Titanfall, where you're humans battling giant, manned robots or mechs. Games like Halo, they're successful and they're futuristic. Games like Star Wars Battlefront. Yeah, that's what it's called. I never played it.
Titanfall had right. Titanfall had its issues. Battlefront had it, not Battlefront, but the other
Battlefield.
game and Battlefield, and as well as Halo as the last game, two games have not been great. Maybe there's just change. I think a lot of it is you got your Call of Duty fanboys, and they're going to hype the game up. I think people are tired. Just the same game. Anyone that likes, not anyone, but a lot of times if people like Halo or they like the Battlefront kind of that series, then they're going to hate on it. But I just think it's rehashing constantly with nothing game breaking or new.
Right. Not quite nerds, Linz. I don't know if you want me to say your actual name or call you by your Twitch name. Says the issue is they got mad criticism for the copy paste, so they went way beyond new ideas and made a game that isn't in line with their market. Now, I can't help but agree with that, but there are other games that are in the same market as that futuristic warfare, and they do quite well. They do extremely well. But we've got we've had a couple of Call of Duty games, and I kind of saw it coming ever since Advanced Warfare and a little bit of Ghosts. I almost said goats. Call of Duty goats. Meh. It's just too futuristic. Advanced Warfare, right over my head. No, no, you don't get special super boots that let you jump ultra high and stuff like that. You had a issue with Ghosts, didn't you, Crimson? Or did you say that was the last good Call of Duty that you played?
Ghost was borderline was the last borderline game for me. It Black Ops was pretty good ish. Modern Warfare 2 I loved, but Ghost was like to a person that doesn't play first person shooters a lot. Ghost was pretty good. To someone that knows Call of Duty line and is really into FPS, Ghost was borderline bad. So that was kind of where for me Call of Duty started going downhill quite rapidly.
Call of Duty went downhill at Ghosts. See, I play shooters. I do not play Call of Duty. I haven't for a while. I was mainly into Call of Duty for the zombies, but I did love Modern Warfare 2 and 3. I love Black Ops. Not a big fan of not a big fan of Ghosts. Not a big fan of Advanced Warfare. I prefer war simulators over first-person shooters, arcade-style shooters,
Right.
like MLG 360 Goat Scope. I love it.
Oh Lord.
I prefer war simulators where you don't respawn. You don't.
Right.
Your team needs to either hit a major checkpoint and survive without you for the rest of the round, or you lose, as in a real battle. I don't know if you've seen, but we play over at Bottle Rocket Gaming. We play a game called Insurgency, which is a war
Right.
simulator, and one good placed bullet, one well placed bullet. Your character models actually have fatal hit zones. One well placed bullet will take you out of the game. Two bullets, pretty much. Two bullets, except out of a really weak pistol, will kill you. It's a war simulator. The game is so advanced in its play that it doesn't tell you how many bullets are left in your clip.
Right.
The only thing you know is how many full magazines you have on your character.
Very
Do you,
realistic.
do you think that maybe Call of Duty could bring it back if they had a little more realism?
Maybe I think basically what has happened with shooters in general, besides Doom, because Doom is amazing, um, is they don't care about their game anymore. They don't care about the campaign. All FPS shooters basically have thrown the campaign out the door and said, all we care about is the multiplayer because esports. And basically, enough years have passed to where, or enough time has passed to where, hey, we need a new title to launch a new esports league or whatnot. And that's basically all that FPS shooters have become is esports. We need to refresh the title for an esports. You got to do this for publicity. Got to make a little bit more money through this, and that's all they care about. And the easiest way to do that is to rehash it, retexture everything, throw it back out, get the esports going, and that's basically what it's become is rehash it for esports.
I could watch a warfare simulator be played esports style teams tournaments. I could watch Insurgency or like Red Orchestra, which is a World War II simulator
Right.
style game. I could watch that for days on end. Going, oh, you know, let's just say for grins, there's a player on a team, Oliveris, and I'm a huge Oliveris fan. Oliveris gets shot. My boy is down. I'm feeling that with him. Now I got to watch his team because I know he's the all star.
Right.
Instead of waiting for
Exactly.
him to respawn back at the, original spawn point and run up to his team or grab a bunch of kills and no scopes and quick scopes on his way. I have to see them, I think I could get behind that more emotionally as well as focus wise. I would be in it.
Esports has to take key from actual sports, and it has to be semi-realistic. Call of Duty and whatnot, from its esports standpoint, it's so unrealistic. You're basically, oh, respawn, respawn, respawn. It doesn't matter. Respawn. It takes the emotion out of it. And exactly what you said is with when you're down and you're down for the rest of the match. I mean, there's such excitement. You are glued. It's easy to follow because people are going down and they're not coming back, and it's easy to get behind. And I agree with everything you said.
KD means a lot more when you don't respawn. Just saying. Next up, Pokemon Go. Very popular game. We got any Pokemon players?
Is it understatement of the century?
Yeah, Pokemon Go. It's kind of popular.
Throwback to the people with the cards. Oh, snap.
Pokemon Go, very, very successful game. Huge props to both Nintendo and Niantic. Mainly Niantic. I was just reading something that said, Nintendo doesn't have as much to do about it as you think. But I'm going to say huge props to Niantic as well as Nintendo. Right. Ooh. But everybody, it seems, is playing this game or knows somebody that's playing this game or, Anyway, see, Scion says Team Valor. And depending
Team Valor.
Okay.
What's up?
Okay. I'm team, I don't play Pokemon Go that much. I'm not even ranked enough to fight in gyms and stuff like that, so no team for me. Instinct. Anyway, Pokemon Go was just released in Japan. 9 hours later was their first fatal accident in Japan. Fatality.
Fatality.
But there was a fatal accident in Japan. Somebody was crossing the road, got hit by a car. The person crossing the road playing Pokemon Go at the time that they were hit. Other areas in Japan, mass overcrowdings and things like that. Because let's face it, Japan is not the biggest place on the planet. I mean, it's huge, but it's not the biggest. So you've got places where Pokemon spawn very highly, fast, in number. And it's usually a landmark or something like that. And Japan has a relatively high population per square mile. Population density in Japan is extremely high. So if you've got all these Pokemon spawning at this business or this landmark, you're going to have a lot of people in a confined space. My own town that I live in right now, we have one park where Pokemon just spawn rapidly at night. There were 700 people in that park the other night until 5:30 in the morning. 700 people in a public park.
Good Lord.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're reading about some amazing things that happen with this game. Like, businesses are taking not advantage of it, but they're doing nice things. Here's a story from the same park. A couple of Pokemon players ordered a pizza, and they gave the pizza to a homeless man sleeping in the park. This homeless man was walking around asking people if they would like a slice of pizza because he couldn't eat the whole thing. And he wouldn't have been able to save it. It would have gone bad before he could have gotten to eat it. So, and it just gives you the warm fuzzies, But there's also the whole oopsie side of Pokemon Go.
Right.
Have you heard any oopsies?
A few, besides people missing their planes and getting hit by cars, playing it while driving and hitting other cars that happen to be police cars. There was a girl that found a dead body at a Pokestop.
Really?
Uh, yeah, you did not know about this.
No, you know,
This is
I
all
take,
right.
yeah, yeah, go,
So
go
this
for it.
happened like right after it launched in the U.S. And a girl found a dead body like by a river that like a Pokestop is typically places that people don't normally go.
Mm-hmm.
And now you've got people going to places that people normally wouldn't go ever. And because they're historical places, and if you just happen to hide your body there,
You hide a
make
body
sure
at a
it's not a
Pokestop.
Pokestop.
Right, right. Well, you see, oh, I just unplugged my microphone or my headset. Hang on here. Let me fix that. Let me fix myself. Can you still hear me, Crimson?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, I hear you now too. Phew. I was hoping it didn't default to my desktop speakers. It could have been a bad day. I really got to watch the Discord. Speaking of Pokestops, we've got criminals setting up a Pokestop or setting up trades and robbing people as they arrive. I mean, there's other.
People,
Yeah, go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
There's other. There's other situations where you're getting people trespassing, outright trespassing in people's yards and things like that. And I mean, I'm playing a game on my phone. You know, it's an innocent enough excuse, but you really gotta watch where you know, you're having boundary issues.
Right. If they come up into my yard looking for Pokemon, all they're gonna find is a Glockachu. So,
Glock at you, yeah. You find your dog. Your dog's out chasing a Pokemon called I'ma bite you.
right.
There is a new. I don't have a link for anybody, but there is a new correlation too in Japan. There's a new theory that animals can see the Pokemon in Pokemon Go. And there is photo evidence. So I would suggest going and checking that one out after we finish up here tonight. But yes, I will remind you again at the end of it. If not, hopefully Crimson can remind you. But yes, it's adorable and I just want to believe. I want to believe so bad.
This is coming out of Japan,
Yes, it's a myth out of Japan.
of
People have seen
course.
enough hentai to know where these I don't know, something tentacles. What would speaking of things that I've seen on the internet, I saw a great meme. I saw a great meme about Fallout Go and Dark Souls Go. You know, what games would you love to see as
Right.
an AR game?
Definitely not anything that it's like Mario Kart. Please God no. We'd all die. Um
I saw the Mario Kart one too.
right. I don't know. I mean, I know people like Digimon and like Yu-Gi-Oh, but I don't need another copy and paste. I need I want something different. Give me not really Fallout. Now Dark Souls I could get behind. That would be again, if you're going to do AR game, give me something that has different mechanics for an AR game. Dark Souls would be pretty cool. Um
I think as much as people don't want to see Mario Kart, I think Sonic could be pretty all right, where you're just running and chasing rings around. Maybe a Walking Dead Go. Maybe it doesn't have to be a game. You're walking down a sidewalk, all of a sudden there's a walker there in front of you. I mean, there was that
if
jogging app. There was the jogging app where you had to pretend you
right.
were running from zombies, and the music would speed up and stuff like that, and raise your heart rate.
That's pretty cool. I think your best bet is to hit fandoms. So, Pokemon was about the biggest fandom you could have got behind with this. If you could tie something into, say, like Harry Potter, you'd have a mass following. That's the thing. You've got to find something that has mass following before you can get the little ideas going off.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, They're
What would you
it's
like to see?
I would love to see like Sonic and Tales of the Rings. I would like to
I could see
see
that.
Pika Wubs wants to see a Star Wars AR game. I would like to see something zombie based, or like something where you've got to run. Something where you've got to run because it's AR, so you can't stand and
Right.
fight, and you will lose something. Like I already lose playing Pokemon. That's why I stopped playing Pokemon Go. I lost a lot of the fuzzies, just flicking my phone screen trying to throw a Pokeball.
Right.
It lost it right there for me. Harry Potter Go, says hippie lady.
If you could get it to now, this would be an interesting concept, but what was that game for Nintendo where you were like this little person, you had neighbors that like were a raccoon and um
Game from
it's
Nintendo.
not Animal Farm.
Was it Little?
Oh,
No, it wasn't Little Big. Or wasn't. It wasn't Animal
Animal
Crossing.
Crossing.
It wasn't Animal Crossing. Yes.
I think it was Animal. Yeah. So if you could design something like that where your actual house, it knew that was your home. It could do AR, like if you're in the kitchen, you could do like, oh, this goes here, and like you have your neighbors, and if you kind of go to this person's, not to their house, but to like the mailbox, maybe. I don't know. You could do the actual Pokestops, historical places kind of connected to it. You could find a way to do that. Minecraft, I hate to say it, but Minecraft would work really well.
Minecraft would work really well. I think any kind of you know you know what Pokemon Go really makes me want to do? It makes me want to reinvent the thirst for geocaching. Have you ever gone geocaching?
I no, but I've always wanted to, and that's basically what it's built off of.
Yeah, yeah, it's just geological coordinates where somebody has placed something and you go find those coordinates. Geocaching is very fun, but I think any crafting game where you have to wander,
Basically.
or Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto AR.
Could be interesting. So, how far do you see this going? Like, where do you see this? Like, when do you see this like peaking out?
When do I see AR games peaking?
No,
When
Pokemon Go in particular.
Pokemon Go. Honestly, I
I
hate to
think
say it, I see it.
I think AR will just build upon itself.
I see Pokemon Go falling off within the next 3 months. I hate to say it, I do. Because something like this that comes on this strong, usually if something comes on
Right.
this hot, it burns out fast. I don't think
Right.
Niantic's going to be able to keep up with the demand.
And this is the thing. They can do updates, they can do stuff. So, and them releasing regionally is actually really good to keep the hype going. You release somewhere and that's not the US first, hype gets crazy. You release in the US, hype's crazy, then Europe, then Asia. And then what comes next? Obviously, you got your little wristband thing that comes next. That'll be coming in the next few weeks. At that point, people will get even more excited, throw more money, and then you start adding features such as the trading and the whatnot, and then your generations. But after generation seven, what do you do? And you can very easily, if you do that too quickly, it's just going to die because you can't. Oh, we have to think of new Pokemon.
Right.
So
Do you know what I want to see in AR? You know, all
what?
them kids that want a pet, but their parents say they can't have a pet. You remember Tamagotchis?
Oh my goodness!
A virtual pet. A virtual
But you
pet.
have a virtual pet, and you have to take it for walks,
Yes.
and you have to take care of it every day.
Yes, and you have to clean up its
And
poop.
And you have to find its poop too. It's like, oh, there has to be a little icon poop somewhere, and you have to go find it.
gotta go find your pet's poop and clean it up. And you've got to buy food for it.
And you got to take it for walks. That's a big part of it. Hey,
Speaking
got to.
of,
Got to go to the grocery store and
speaking of taking it for walks, have you heard about that charity for Pokemon Go players? That
no.
is an app on your phone. It's an app on your phone where they raise money and donate it to shelters for every mile that you walk.
What?
Yes, let's see if I can remember what it's called. I'm gonna try to Google it. Wolf Tracks. Wolf Tracks. It donates money to local dog shelters, your local dog shelter, based on the amount of miles you walk playing Pokemon Go. There are also animal shelters that will rent you a dog to walk while you're out playing Pokemon Go.
That's kind of cool.
I mean,
There's a
they are
lot of
doing
good that can come from this.
right. There is a lot of good. Screw Tamagotchi that stays dead.
But I think we got kind of sidetracked.
We did. We
A
did.
lot of good can come from this game. All the bad things, it's just human error, and people got to learn from that.
Right. I mean, you're told to pay attention to your surroundings once you start the game, and then you have to acknowledge this to open the game. Like, pay attention to your surroundings, people. Don't go walking into people's yards.
Right.
If you're gonna go walking into somebody's yard, knock on their door and be like, "Hi there, fellow non-Pokemon hunter. I see you've got a Pikachu in your backyard. Can I go by chance catch that Pikachu?" They'll be like, "No." And next thing you know, you hear them open their back door, catch a Pikachu, and go, "Woohoo! Screw you, kid! Team Rocket, blast it off again!" Run back in their house and lock the doors. Yes. Oh, by the way, Pokemon Go is opening up trading. By the way, very soon.
Yes.
Do you think?
Yeah, that's one of the features that's coming out soon.
Do you think phone theft might go up because of this?
I think it's Pokemon Go it's account based, but I mean everyone's got their phone out. How easy it is to steal a phone that someone's holding out. Like,
Exactly. Watching around. Yeah. Yeah, good point. You think because everybody's walking with their phone out in front of them, phone theft would already be a thing, and we have heard nothing. Nothing major in the
All
news.
you got to do is like literally run with like a fishing net out and like start scooping up phones. Like, oh,
Right.
my.
Right. But do you think people will get their phones like borrowed or misplaced, and next thing you know, all their Pokemon are traded off? Turn into candies?
It's possible, but it's possible.
It is possible. See, that's what this show is about. This show is about, yeah, the ifs, like, because if it does happen, you're never going to hear about it. But, it's things that you might want to keep your mind around while you're playing Pokemon Go. Maybe you want to keep a little bit of an extra grip on your phone. Maybe you want to look away from your screen every little bit and be like, that guy is shady and he doesn't have his phone out. He is here to take somebody's phone.
Even if you are out somewhere not playing the game, you should always be aware of your surroundings. I don't understand why people don't like, hey, this guy looks shady. Let me walk the other direction. Like,
Yeah,
do people just not do that?
There's a Pokemon over there somewhere.
It's a dark alley. Is it worth it? If it's a legendary, maybe, but probably not.
Right. This is where Name That Pokemon comes in very handy, though. Haha.
Nate?
Name that Pokemon. It's a Magnetron. It's a Voltorb. No, it's Jigglypuff. It's seen it from above.
Name that Pokemon. It's Glockachune. Now give me your phone.
Yeah, give me your phone. It's Glockachu. All right. Oh, wow. We talked about Pokemon Go, and we didn't have to be all serious about it, and we're having a good time. I'm having a great time, guys. I like this show.
The show. A1.
All right. On to a more serious note.
Oh, no.
I've got huge news. You might have seen it. the price on the Xbox One is now down to $249. Grim, you gonna go buy an Xbox One?
No.
No, me either. I'm gonna save out for an Xbox One Elite. Wait, can that game in 4K?
Google.
Because I know the Xbox One Slim can,
Yes.
but I mean, those aren't $249, and they're newer.
No. They're like the Slim is like 500.
But how much is the Scorpio gonna be? I have 4 Xboxes now in the last 3 years to choose from.
If you can easily afford a HoloLens, then the Scorpio price point won't be a problem.
Right, the HoloLens is what, $3,000, but that's right. It works with Holo.
Vivid and whatnot.
But we've got so much rapid changing technology. Nope, it's dead. What are you guys? Newsflash: you're not getting a legendary if you're robbed or dead or worse or expelled. Nope, it's dead. According to Hermione Granger. Good news: the tool that robbed you got a legendary.
That's this is go back to Pokemon Go real quick. What's going to happen when school starts back?
Oh, how many? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you can't have your phone in class. You got your phone on you because you're in school. You got your phone in your locker.
And almost all schools are also gyms as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I see it being like high school fist fights.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's getting suspended. Everyone's getting their phone taken away. The teacher's going to have all the Pokemon, but I see like fist fights breaking out, and like winter comes, people want to freeze to death.
Mm-hmm.
I swear.
Man, the teachers will be playing. The teachers will. They'll be like, "Is that a cell phone? Give me your cell phone." Trade off all your Pokemon. Give you back your phone. Be like, "Bitch,
Trade off.
take your phone back, you little wuss. Get back to class." And the teachers
Instead of recess, Pokemon Go break.
giving away legendaries for extra credit and stuff. Be like, "Oh, okay,
Yes.
I'm grading on a curve, and this person's also going to give away huge Pokemon." Hello, Pure Cap. Welcome. Mr. Lone Cap is in the house. Yes. So,
But
yes. Xbox. $249 for the original Xbox One, which came out in 2013. Price on it is down to $249. Then we followed the Xbox One, though, with the Xbox Elite. The Xbox One Elite. And that was around for, 4 or 5 months. And then the Xbox One Slim comes out, the One S. More power than the Elite. Less storage than the Elite. Games in 4K. Whereas the Elite still upscales 720p. And now the Project Scorpio, the Xbox One Scorpio, that works with the HoloLens, that is all powerful. Ooh, Xbox is coming out later this year. How much is too much? I think I've actually asked that one in our actual podcast. When is it too much? I mean, the technology is just too much.
Well, I think, before you could have a console for years and years, and now I think AR and VR is forcing the hand of the makers because they want to say their consoles are powerful enough.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. They're not, because once you have not AR, but your HoloLens, your Vivid, you're going to have your baseline specs, and you're going to have 4K inside your actual lens that you're wearing. That's where this is going to end up being.
Right.
Nothing can run that.
Like, Phil Spencer has said that Xbox One is not getting interchangeable components ever. No upgradable hardware components or anything like that. I think it would be smart at this point, for the rate that they're expanding, to, go with a motherboard layout. Be like, oh, your Xbox One's not so fast anymore. Here, get the new upgraded processor. Oh, get some RAM.
Right.
Oh,
Right. And,
get a new GPU job, sucker.
right. It's smart.
It is smart. Like, Xbox has done a lot of things that I agree and don't agree with, like the slim integrated power supply on something that's already notorious for overheating and red ringing. It doesn't matter if it's an original, a 360, a 1. Xboxes run hot. That's why there was a power brick. That power brick goes bad.
Right.
Integrating it into the body of the Xbox though. But what I originally wanted to talk about is there going to be a market for this $249 Xbox? Do we have anybody in the audience, anybody watching, that would spend $249 right now for an original Xbox One? I know I spent $500 for mine, but I also bought it right after the Xbox One came out. And I played one game on it. 2,
And
3.
see, I never bought one because I'm PC Master Race plus Nintendo, so
Right. Crimson has to buy Nintendo because Nintendo does not do any cross-platforming to PC. Angry Hippie Lady says no, she will not buy a $249 Xbox. Scion says no. What about you, Cap? Would you be buying a $249 Xbox One, knowing that there's the Elite, and then there's the Slim, and then later the Scorpio? Because yes, the Scorpio is going to launch and it's going to be extremely expensive. So we think.
right.
It'll probably be a $700, $800 Xbox.
I have an article from about 3 days ago. Price point looks about to be 600, but I'm guessing that is under guessing it. I'm
Yep.
thinking it's 600 up.
600 up. Like, so it's going to be an expensive Xbox. It'll be probably the most expensive Xbox ever launched. But the price point can only go one direction on it. And that's
Right.
down. Like, I know I'm not going to go spend $249 on an Xbox when I can spend $350 on an Elite. I'm not going to spend $249 on an Xbox when I can go spend $400 on a Slim. Why would I spend $400 on a Slim when I could save up a little bit longer and buy the Scorpio when it launches? Like,
Right. And and I think I've discussed this with you, like, is there a market for it? And my thing is with the original Xbox, you're the people that are going to buy that most are people without jobs. You're 17 and younger are going to be your biggest people because that is what mom and dad are going to be willing to buy. They're going to see all this other stuff and they're like, why do you need this when you can play your same game on this console? You
right.
don't need the 4K and the whatnot. So that's your market for that. Your Slim is going to be your avid gamer. Now, before that's your average gamer, this is your avid gamer. Someone that enjoys gaming. Gaming's a hobby. They're willing to invest a little bit for a little bit nicer things. For Xbox Slim, that's going to be 4K, it's going to be HDR, 2 terabytes. It's not too much, but you enjoy gaming. The Scorpio is for you and me,
The Let's Players,
gamers.
the gamers.
The competitive YouTubers, people that watch streams, people that play multiplayer, people that want the best. People, this is something that is a beyond hobby. They really enjoy this. They're willing to dish out that money, and that's what it is. You've got different categories of people, and yes, I think people will buy the regular Xbox, but I think most people are going to go for the Slim because the Scorpio it's expensive. No lie, it is
It is
expensive.
expensive. See, I was thinking that this is Microsoft's attempt to clear out warehousing because, for
Right.
years they've been cranking these things out. And when they launched, they couldn't keep them on store shelves. So they increased production even further. And then technology, the rapidly expanding technology, has caught up to
They
them, and
couldn't keep up.
now they've got warehouses full of them, and they can't move them. How soon
It's
before
very
it's
true.
how soon is it gonna be? Buy these 10 Xbox One games and get a free Xbox.
Depends how many they have in warehouse.
Right, right. You guys, I thank you all for being here tonight. We got 7 viewers. 7 viewers right now.
What? That is amazing.
Oh, if you guys have enjoyed this, please show it in the chat. Just say, yes, do this again. Planning on, we're kind of test hitting this as this Meet the Rebuttal, where we get to hang out with
What?
you. We get to talk about, what we want to talk about without creating stories.
We get to talk about stories a little bit more in depth, talking about less but in depth, hitting all the things about it, speculating a little bit of what we think will happen, staying away from the rumors, and speculating. It's a lot, and it's lighthearted. It's enjoyable. I think this has been a wild success.
I do too. I think I like this. I'm not gonna be able to do this all from one computer, that's for sure. I'm gonna need to fire up my other computer. Stupid drop frames. What's going on with this thing? But that's okay. I got another one sitting right there. But yeah, I think we will definitely do this again. And Cap, I'd love to have you on. Hippie, I know you don't show your face, but we can figure something out if you want to join in on one sometime. Scion, my beautiful mods. Y'all are great people. Crimson, thank you so much for being here.
No problem.
We will definitely have to do this again. Guys, I think we're all out of it for the night. And I haven't been live, and so no one wants to see my hippie. You realize there's more than one person now that's seen your face. You are so beautiful to us. We did, and it's furry. Whoa. Scion.
What?
No one wants to see my face. We did, and it's furry.
I can't actually see the face on my Skype, so
I can't see a face either. But I think we will do this again. We are out of time for tonight. We're out of topics. I'm out of stuff to drink. I can't even remember how to sign off an episode anymore. How to sign off a cast.
would you like me to sign out?
Sure. Go ahead and sign us off, Crimson.
All right. Well, this has been Minus the Rumors doing Meet the Rebuttal. We will be back next Monday. You can also check out the regular podcast next Thursday, as well as different video series we have going on the YouTube. Be sure to hit that follow button on the Twitch, on the Twitter, and the YouTubes, and all the wonderful things. This is Zero's baby, so give him a wild applause. And be sure to check out his channel, my channel, all the things. And we will be back next time, you lovely, lovely people.
Bye.
Bye.